We are catching up with Styx here at E3 2016, a character who came out of the darkness and was sort of like a little bit of a cult hit, a little bit of a sleeper hit of a couple of years back, and not quite a couple. I think it's a year and a half or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah, year and a half. And Shards of Darkness is, of course, the sequel to it. We're catching up with Julien here. What, if you will, why did you want to make a sequel to the first game, and what do you feel that you wanted to sort of add on top of what was there in that first game?
We had a good reviews and feedbacks from the players and even the press for Styx Master of Shadows, and as level designer, we really liked this game, and when Focus and Cyanide told us, yeah, why not doing a 2? I say, yeah, that's great. So it's the occasion to make better, to improve what we had. It's like Styx Master of Shadows was a rough diamond, and we try to polish it. And you see, as you can see, we changed the engine as well, so there is a graphic improvement. Our mechanics now are smoother. It's better. There are more synchronization between the mechanics. Few news one. As well, so yeah, that's great for us to continue, because we really like this guy in Cyanide, so that's why we do a sequel for the game.
It is funny because stealth is something that is basically in so many games these days. So many games have elements of stealth, but sort of that pure stealth experience, that is kind of, it's not a lot of those out there. So it felt like that game sort of felt a void for a lot of gamers who wanted that sort of experience where it's really all about that.
Yeah, sure, and it fit the character, because Styx is a goblin, very agile but very fragile. You are far away from the badass heroes that will shoot everybody when he's detected. I like to say he's a smart ass, you know. It's not, you have to observe, plan, and then take the action. And with a bit of skill, you can perform a lot of kills and try to avoid a lot of situations. But you need to learn what is the level, and otherwise, and when you fail, it's direct confrontation is not a good option on our games.
As a level designer, that is of course key to sort of a great stealth experience, is that the levels themselves are great. But as far as I understand it, you're upping the scale of the levels, and you're introducing more sort of alternative paths and things like that. Could you tell us what's gone into designing the levels of the sequel?
What we wanted to offer to the player is a different experience. For example, there is a lot of levels where you have in the same time few objectives that will how can I say that, guide you to try this way or this way, and depending on the order of the which you try to solve an objective, you will take this path, and when you replay the mission, you maybe will try another option. We have a lot of optional way to solve a mission. So yeah, it's. We wanted more diversity, even in the objectives. In the objectives, for example, we have some investigation. There is a mission where you have to investigate to find who is a guy. There is a guy that can. I don't want to spoil you, but you have to investigate on a guy, and each time you start the mission, the guy will change. So for the replay value, I think it's pretty nice, and as well there is different ways to find out who is this guy.
That is interesting, and it also sounds like a bit more of a challenge when you're designing a level, that it's not that players have to be able to approach something in many different ways, because it's not a fixed scenario.
No, but it's the same pillars. We know our mechanics, you know, so we know how to showcase them, how to for example, show off this one instead of this one in this level. So no, I think it's constraints like this are very great to create levels. So.
In terms of the narrative, what can you tell us of sort of how it's progressed from the first game, and what's the sort of the setting here?
In the trailer, it's all about a scepter. The scepter is just the beginning of the adventure. The rest, I don't want. For the rest, I don't want to spoil the the players. So, what I can say is there is a goblin invasion that is spreading like the green plague. It's a major problem for everybody in the world because they are devastating everything. And right now, you are one of them, but you are different. You used to live your life in a city of thieves called Toben, and you're living with contracts like stealing or murdering people or stuff like that. But the adventure will catch the player, and we wanted to show much more diversity in the environment. You know, in the Styx Master of Shadows, everything was in one tower, Akanash. After the fall of Akanash, sorry for the spoiler, for those who... no, I said nothing, sorry. There is this green plague, you are one of them, but you will be catched by the adventure, and you will see different places like huge flying citadels and aircraft, and we wanted to, a lot of diversity. That's all.
What is the studio's relationship to this franchise, if you will? Because it spans more than just the Styx games as well. It's connected to other games and of Orcs and Men. And how do you sort of see it? Are you sort of, would you be interested in doing something like of Orcs and Men again, or or investigate other sort of areas that you may not have explored before in this universe?
We like this universe. It has been created as cyanide with spiders. It's ours. It's our license. So we try to develop it. And what we saw from Orcs and Men is that a lot of players like the character Styx, the character. This because he's very cynical. Sometimes I like to say that he's a perfect mix between Tyrion Lannister and from Game of Thrones and Deadpool, without the fact that he's not immortal like Deadpool. Far away from that. But he's a smart ass, and we like this character, so we try to develop stuff around him and develop the universe as well, because it's a dark and mature one. We like the medieval stuff as well. So if we can continue, we will continue. Sure, for sure.
Cool. And what's the release plan for Styx? Are you announcing a release date, or?
It will be this year. The exact date I don't really know, but it will be in the third quarter of this year.
And PC, PS4, X?
Yeah, PC, PS4 and Xbox One.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Ah, shit. I knew I should have brought a bigger knife.